early. Is it early or is it perfectly on time? Fun fact, it's perfectly on time because Blade Roundtable is now 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central.
I think we should just gaslight them. We've always been at this time.
We're gonna gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss since we're
Yeah.
technically half woman, half non-binary. So
Perfectly balanced.
I'm
as
like trying
all
to do the
things
math.
should be.
I wonder if anyone could see like my face. I was really trying to do the math. I'm just like 3, half of 3 is.
Yeah, I'm the diet woman. Like, because people are like, oh, non-binary doesn't mean diet woman. I was like, I know in most cases it doesn't, but for me it does.
For Amelia specifically, diet
For me
woman.
specifically.
Yes.
I am a woman where you took out the sugar and replaced it with aspartame or
Yes.
stevia.
Yes.
Stevia, because aspartame is no.
What's wrong with aspartame?
Yeah.
Aspartame has like this like almost like
It's
I don't
a good
know.
chemical taste, though.
Yeah, it's just like a chemical taste. Stevia is like it's a lot better.
This is a bitch who drinks seltzer and kombucha and tea, so I know nothing of aspartame.
I drink trash.
What I also don't know is what will be true and what will be a lie tonight here on Blurred Roundtable. Table. Man, I should get an echo button. Yeah. Can we do that? Do I have to get a stream deck for that? No, that's for the future.
There's apps for it.
I'm going to get an echo app for every time that I am the game czar. That's going to be my official title. I've decided it right now.
Every time you do games, you're always the game czar.
I'm just the game czar. I've taken on this mantle, and I'm not giving it up. So that's that on that.
I think that's fair.
Yes.
Yeah, you're good at it, so I'm fine with this.
Thank you. But tonight is a game that we're all participating in, and chat can also participate in, which is Two Truths and a Lie. We're each going to give, 3 story times. 2 of them are true, 1 of them's a lie. We have to guess. Chat can also guess. This is just for
Is it revealed, at the end or, after each turn?
After each person. Because, I love y'all. I do not have the attention span to keep all 6 stories out. 9 stories, including my own. Oh, God. Love you guys. Really excited to give rapt attention.
Okay, and I would like some clarification.
Yes.
So, are we all going like Amelia gives 3 stories in a row? Okay.
Yes. And then we're going to guess.
All right.
So, Amelia, do you have it? Are you ready?
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to go live on TikTok so people can see, and I'm just, oh God, just trying to.
I should probably also do that.
I should as well.
I never, ever go live.
I go live sometimes.
Every once in a while.
Boom. I now go live every time. Steamforge sends me, minis every month, so every time I get those, I do an unboxing, because I'm like, hey, I'm quickly running out of places to store my minis. Okay.
Ooh,
so... okay, so 2 truths and a lie. I have 3 stories written out here.
Ooh, you wrote them down.
I didn't want to forget them.
That's so fair.
Pick 1, 2, or 3.
2.
Okay. I once stole someone's pocket knife with my hair.
Your hair stole it?
Yes.
Interesting.
So... basically, my hair is very short right now, but I used to have a lot more hair. It used to be very long, kind of down. I like to keep my hair mermaid length. And
that's fair.
I was with a friend. Don't judge me. We were at a rodeo bar. We were at a bar called Rodeo, and we were swing dancing.
Called Rodeo. All right.
A bar called Rodeo. We were swing dancing, and if you're asking about the people there, yes, they were. But he's my swing dancing buddy. So, it had been a while. I used to take dance when I was in high school, so I was pretty good at it. I was a little rusty, but I'm very good at following when someone's leading, doing East Coast swing and stuff, and I have a burning hatred for two-step, so always doing swing. And so we were just on the floor dancing some country song, and he, led me into a lift. The kind where he lifted me up and I turned myself all the way over, and I didn't realize what was going on until I was upside down, because again, I was upside down and not when I was like, oh shit, that just happened. So that was good, and I was like, well, that was fun. Do it again, because the thing I like about dancing, and the reason why I don't like leading, is because I like doing all the twirls and spins, because it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, so he did that. Then the second time he did the lift, I kind of fell a little bit. And then the third
You
time,
did it more than once?
yeah. And then the third time, because we had a safe face, I was wearing like a long sleeve t-shirt and leggings, and when I came out of the lift, I noticed there was something in my hair, and at first I thought like my hair got caught on a button of my shirt, and then I realized my shirt didn't have buttons, and I was like trying to figure out what my hair was caught on, but like
Okay.
there wasn't there wasn't anything for it to be caught on, and we were like, okay, well, TikTok won't do live. And we were like in the middle of dancing, and I didn't want to stop the dance, so I was trying to wait for a time because I couldn't like move my hands, because you need your hands to like figure out where you're gonna go. So at one point he turns me out for a turn, and I grab what is in my hair, and it's his pocket knife.
Your friend's pocket knife.
My friend's pocket knife.
All right.
In the pocket of his pants, and I get back into the main part of the like go back to the dance, and his hand's out for me to hold his hand, and I just put his pocket knife in his hand, and he was so confused, because I don't know if you've ever like seen someone like, it was just that he was
I
not
literally
expecting
almost
that.
spit out my drink. I was so scared for my own life.
Well, when someone hands you your knife that you thought was definitely in your pocket.
That was definitely in your pocket.
Oh my, wait, yeah.
And
a pickpocket.
And he looked so confused, and I was laughing, and like my friend was white, so like he's also just fascinated by how much hair I have in a general sense, like I have a lot of hair, it's very thick. Every time, because I used to wear my hair in a braid, would see what things he could he one time he asked if I could hide his pocket knife in my hair, and I was like actually curious, so I did.
Oh my god, you're that villain from the Powerpuff Girls, the one that like was manipulating the professor. Medusa! You're that Medusa bitch!
You know what? It just kind of feels like this is a plot from like some fantasy novel that Amelia has definitely read.
Oh my god.
And is trying to pass it off as like a story time that happened to her. I don't think so.
Okay, so then
I think I'm gonna call BS on this one, but
immediately.
Okay. I would like to finish. So
most women do,
of course, laughing my ass off. And he was so confused, and then as soon as the song was over, I explained to him what happened, and both of us just, like, we had to sit out the next two songs because we were just dying of laughter. That's, as a choral, well, never mind.
Okay.
That's story number two.
Story number two.
Pick one or three.
I do want to call BS on it, though.
Well, Momo,
I will refrain from my judgment until you have given all three stories.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So I will pick one now.
Okay, story number one. I once got out of a speeding ticket because I was in a sorority.
That sounds true. But because it sounds so true, it might be the false one.
Yeah.
That sounds true. For those that might be watching this, Amelia was absolutely in a sorority. You heard that right.
Oh,
Amelia saw.
I actually did not know that about you.
But you were Kappa Delta or AD Pi?
Kappa Delta.
Kappa Delta, okay.
I would have called that as the lie because I just really didn't think that Amelia was in a sorority.
I know. I was so mad because I told Momo about it like last week, and I was like, that should have been the lie.
That should have been the lie.
The lie should have been, or the truth, because like, I was a fucking Kappa Delta. 4 years. I could sing the songs. I still remember them.
Damn. Please
don't traumatize me. No.
I like how we're both like, oh, cool story. Please don't.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. No, never speak of that again.
Like, Hi-Ho definitely would have called the BS in that one, but it sounds so egregious. It has to be the true one.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, in college, I was a Kappa Delta. One summer, I was working at TU, and I was working night shift a lot, and I was taking summer classes. So I don't think I had summer class that day because I used to like work the night shifts, and then I would sleep in the dorm lobby for 2 hours, and then I would go to my summer class, and then because I only got paid like $7.25 an hour, and so it took like half an hour to drive home, so it wasn't really worth it to go home and sleep and come back for class. So I would just sleep in the dorm lobbies because they were mostly empty. or crash on my friend's couch in between when I was working night shifts and classes. And sometimes I'd work like 12-hour shifts, so I'd go home, sleep during the day, and then come back. And anyway, well, not 12 hours, not important.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was driving home from class, and I was speeding in this area because it was like 4 a.m. and no one was out. And all of a sudden a cop turned on his lights, and I had never been pulled over by a cop before. So I was kind of caught off guard. I also had just been awake for like 13 hours straight working overnight because there was like had to be an hour break in between for legal reasons so I could work 2 shifts. And I just kind of stopped in the middle of the road instead of pulling over. And so this cop probably was like, oh, they're like on, like, I don't know, just so confused. And he came up to the window and was like, why did you just stop? And I was like, I've never been pulled over before. I don't know. And he's like, where are you driving this time of night? And I was like, well, I go to TU. I work the night shifts, and I was just coming home to get, like, you know, because I was done with work. And I happened to be wearing one of my sorority charity T-shirts. And it said, like, it was one of those, you know, like, group philanthropy things that we did with the fraternity. So it says Kappa Delta and, no, this was just a Kappa Delta shirt. And he was like, oh, like, Kappa Delta, you go to TU. He's like, oh, do you have fraternities there? And I was like, yeah. He's like, do you have Kappa Sigma there? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, I went to NSU and I was a Kappa Sigma. We don't have Kappa Deltas there. And I was like, oh my God, you have Kappa Sigmas? Like, we do tell this. We just, like, talked about, and then I talked about that. And he was like, well, you're going too fast and your registration is expired. I was like, oh my God, I had no idea, blah, blah, blah. Talk about Greek life. Talk about getting my registration fixed. And I was like, no, I'll totally do that as soon as possible. And then he let me off with a warning.
I feel like this one's true.
Yeah, also because Amelia's pretty, and that person might not know you were gay.
Yeah.
Especially with, like, the mermaid length hair.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. That's some
fun fact.
Undercover brother.
One of my friends one of my Kappa Delta friends used to refer to our sorority as Gay D because we had all of the queer girls. We also had the most black girls on the row at the stunning number of 2 at a time.
I was about to say, I think it was 2 you had told me before. Yeah. Goodness gracious. That one is true. I am 100% sure this one's true. Okay. If this one's the lie, I'm gonna have talking words with you, Amelia, in a Denny's parking lot at 3 a.m. Okay.
I'll be there. I'll be eating pancakes.
Yeah, come to Oklahoma, Mama, as soon as you're willing to come to Oklahoma.
I mean, Delta, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now 3.
Oh, 3 is that I am on the Dawes rolls for the Cherokee Nation.
I don't fucking know what that means.
Okay, so, like, basically, back in the late 19th, early 20th century, the U.S. government was, because they do all of their anti-indigenous stuff, they're basically quantifying who counts as tribal citizens for all the tribes, like the so-called 5 civilized tribes. And the Cherokee Nation rolls are called the Dawes rolls. It's named after someone, last name Dawes. And basically what they did is, at the time, they had them register all of the people based on, like, marriage and how much, like, it was like it's like where blood quantum comes from for, like, how much percentage you are a Native American. And the interesting thing about that story is that, so my mom's dad is half Cherokee, and I know I live in Oklahoma, but he actually is from the southeast. Okay. So, like, of the country, like, around Georgia. So it's actually from where the Cherokee Nation, like, originally was before, you know, Trail of Tears, which I'm sure you're aware of. But he's half Cherokee and half black. But I don't actually have it through that side of the family. My grandmother's brother, because her family's just very fascinating, apparently one day went through all of the effort of going and tracing up their family tree and seeing where it connected to, and, like, I think it was his mom's dad, so like my great grandfather, who was a member of the Cherokee Nation. And so through that, even though technically, like, my blood quantum, I am way less Cherokee on that side of my family, that's the one that I can actually trace the lineage to the rolls, because on the other side, my grandfather was never on the rolls, and I think that was like a weird Friedman thing. I don't know. Anywho, but in order to actually do the paperwork, because he didn't do that until later in life. So like my granny's not on the rolls because she never did a paperwork, and like neither my mom or my siblings or anything, or they weren't. But my mom, well, it's like a whole thing. Anyway, I ended up. He lives in Georgia. Mm-hmm. He was married to a flight attendant.
Okay.
Who died, and because that was back in the day when companies like cared about their employees. He can fly standby on that airline just whenever. So he ended up flying to California for my other great uncle's birthday, and I ended up going there with my granny. And this was before the pandemic, so I think it was 2019. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was after college before the pandemic, because it was the middle of March. I flew up there with them for my other great uncle's birthday, and while we were there, I had called him ahead of time so he could get me the paperwork, so that way when I came back to Oklahoma, I could go to a Native American center here and get my name on the rolls. For no reason, because I had already paid for college and things, but I just wanted to.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I believe that. I genuinely think the first story told was taken from some kind of like fantasy book that Amelia knows I haven't read, and is now being passed off as a personal. Is now being passed off as a personal tale that I do not think belongs to you.
Okay. Hey, bored but interested. Welcome to Finally Catching Us Live. And TXC, the new hour, really, it really brings us together. Listen, Momo says the story number 2.
Mm-hmm. Story number 2, but the first one told.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the last one, story number 3, in the sense that it's partially true. Once you started saying lineage, especially because you said side, and I'm like, I know your father. It's no doxing here.
No, Amelia said that it was
my mom's dad.
The mom's dad.
My mom's dad and my mom's mom.
I'm still going with that. I'm still going with the concept that you just threw different family members around. So I'm kicking number 3 as a sneaky lie.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you want to recap the tales for our chat or people that might have just been tuning in?
Yeah. Tale number 1. Luckily, I have a brief summary. Tale number 1 is I stole someone's pocket knife with my hair. Tale number 2 is I avoided a speeding ticket, and I guess technically a fake expired registration ticket from being in a sorority. And tale number 3 is that I got on the Dawes rolls for the Cherokee Nation by flying to California to meet my great uncle at my other great uncle's birthday party.
Okay.
And the lie out of those is, should we do a drum roll?
Almost dropped my mic, just kidding.
Story number 3. I am on the Cherokee Nation.
You know what? In hindsight, I feel like Amelia would have mentioned that at some point.
Oh, hell yeah.
The interesting thing is, it is a partial truth, partial lie.
I knew it!
Not for the reason you'd think, but not for the reason you think. The only part it's a lie is that I still need to get the paperwork from my great uncle to do it, but everything else was true. I just haven't gotten around to filling it out.
I feel so powerful.
Okay.
I feel intelligent.
Yeah,
I feel sexy.
I did actually steal someone's pocket knife with my hair, and it was the funniest thing, and it is still an amazing story.
I really genuinely feel like that was just stolen from some book I haven't read, but you definitely have. Or like a fan fiction or something.
I can send you this story, but like, the only way, because his pocket knife wasn't on his belt, it was in his pocket, which just meant that while he was turning me around, my hair brushed into part of his pocket and clipped on a part of the knife and then pulled it out.
Amazing.
Nice.
Amazing. Amazing. Momo, I'm sorry that you didn't get the truth and the lie, but now it's time for our immediate recompense because it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes, I changed guys, did
Yeah,
you
I
see
saw the
how?
graphic change.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
really nice school.
Just
Thank
for
you. It's
TikTok,
from
anyone
Canva.
watching or hovering, I am live on Blurred Roundtable on Twitch right now. And we are playing Two Truths and a Lie. So if you actually want to hear everyone's side of the story and everyone's commentary, you do have to tune in to Blurred Roundtable on Twitch. Okay. My Two Truths and a Lie. Ooh, do I just give them in order or
Yeah,
like?
yeah. Give us story number 1. Let's go.
Oh,
I'm
these are
ready.
so.
I'm ready. I'm like
I'm
pumped
just.
up.
I am like such an embarrassing person. All right, starting with the first one. I found out I was severely allergic to Kool-Aid at summer camp as a child.
Okay.
This is also a day summer camp. I didn't do a sleepaway camp.
Also, fun fact for everyone in the chat: Kool-Aid was invented by a white man named Perkins in Nebraska around the time of the Great Depression.
So, the story is, I was like between 5 and 8. I actually don't remember, but at that age, I'd never had Kool-Aid before, and it was like some kind of snack event we were having, and my volunteer or camp counselor, I don't remember, they looked the same age to me, was like, "Oh, like, have you ever had Kool-Aid before?" And I was just like, "No, actually, but I think I'm gonna try it." And it was like okay, like I didn't super love it, I didn't super hate it. And my mom came to pick me up like a couple hours later, not even a couple hours, maybe yeah, like a couple hours later. She was one of those moms that like picked me up super late. Love her, but like hated that. And we like went to the mall right afterwards, and I started to feel like really super not good. I was like, "Mom, I'm gonna throw up." And she's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm like super sure." And then like my stomach started to rumble, and I'm just like, "I'm gonna shit myself." And my mom like sped with me like through the food court to the bathroom, and it was it was violent. It was violent. I had never been so sick before in my entire life. And even to this day, I still have never been that sick. And I thought, like, wow, that was really weird. Maybe it was like some of the other foods I'd had. We went to the doctor's office and I found out that I'm actually allergic to like the nitrates that are found in like red food coloring dye. I don't eat anything that has any kind of red food coloring, like gummies and such. I can't eat that. I will get so severely ill. Um, and that's it. That was me being finding out I was allergic to Kool-Aid at summer camp.
Okay. I'm taking
All
that.
right.
I processed it. I'm ready to move forward. Oh yeah, what flavor was it? Bored but interested.
Maybe cherry? It was red. That's all I remember.
You know,
red flavor.
In my brain, it was a red flavor because I assumed you were allergic to red dye number 40. So
that was me too.
I was like, damn.
Like as soon as she was talking about being allergic, I was like, it has to be red dye number 40, right?
Like we really were on that. We're like we're understand.
Yeah. But like all I remember is that it was red. I could not tell you how it tasted. I do remember being violently and aggressively ill. Never, I will never happen again, obviously.
Okay, obviously.
Well, oh fuck, where'd my list go? I do have a list on my computer.
Wow, you
I
guys
think it's time to point out that I'm drinking a gay beer.
That's really pretty. I love the can.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a local brewery.
Oh. I ruined my own chances at like dating in high school because my password for my laptop was Glee is my life.
I love that for you. That sounds culturally significant. I feel like that defined the times that we were in.
God. This is so fucking embarrassing. But I was flirting with this guy, we were friends, and we were like fundraising for something or the other. And I had one of those like not detachable, but like fuck, what do you call them? Like the keyboards that are the wireless keyboards.
Okay.
And he was like on my like tablet because I didn't have like a laptop. It was a tablet. I called my laptop. And he was playing with that. I was on the detachable keyboard and he was like, "Oh, can you put your password?" And I was just like, "No, I'm not going to put it in. I don't want you to see it." And I ended up giving in and like typing it out on my like wireless keyboard. But I didn't realize that if he has the screen, he can touch the screen and like see what I'm typing as I'm typing it. And like he like looks me dead in the eye and he's like, "Is your password Glee is my life?" And I was like, I was so fucking humiliated because this is the fundraiser. There's like people everywhere. Oh my god. It was so goddamn embarrassing. I'll
If it
never
actually
live that down.
happened. If it actually happened.
If it actually happened. If it actually
If
happened,
it actually
that was
occurred. If the
that
events
was
actually transpired.
if the event actually transpired, that would have been really fucking embarrassing.
Bored but interested, I'm actually going to expose myself. I did not see a single episode of Glee until I was
That's
in
fine.
college, and my friend
That's
who
fine.
loved Glee just wanted me to understand the cultural significance. So I think
That's
I've
totally
seen
fine.
one episode of Glee.
Yeah.
I've seen a handful.
Yeah, it was
From
one of those
here and
things
there.
where I'm one of those people where depending on how the public gets into something, I will either join or avoid it. And the way it grabbed everyone, the
Could
way
not do it.
it took, I was like, I feel like I was watching The Rapture. And I was like, I don't have the mental stamina. I don't have the strength. So I removed myself from that situation. But I saw it. I saw the damage it did.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
And my last story. I feel like this one's a lot more tame. I'm not allergic to poison ivy. Yeah, so in right before my junior year of high school actually, I went on this like pre-college program and we were geocaching. If you don't know what geocaching is, it's like scavenger hunting but like with like compasses kind of. I don't know how to else to explain. Like with GPS, scavenger hunting with GPS. And we were going up against like a bunch of teams. Me and my partner were just like, yeah, we're gonna be real sneaky about it. We were like sneaking up on the other teams, and we thought it was the funniest fucking thing ever. But we we snuck up on this group of white boys, and they like really were not having it, so we had to like book it. And we ran into this field, and they stopped at the edge, and we were like knee deep in it. We're just like, haha, like we got away, and they're just like, that's poison ivy. And we're like, what? And we look down, and it's like on like a bush-esque field of poison ivy we are knee deep in. And we're like, fuck us. Like, what are we gonna do? And we just like kind of like knee hide out of like, yeah, we
Fucking like varsity practice.
knee hiding out of this field of poison ivy. And like we're obviously it's fucking summertime in Florida. Like we're in shorts. So our legs are just completely exposed to this poison ivy and we're just like, so this is how we die. Like this is how we go. And like I'm sitting there and I'm just like, when's the pain coming? And she's like already itching. And I'm just like, when's it coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? 1 minute passes. 5 minutes pass. Hours pass. I'm completely fine. Like, I'm just not allergic to it. Crazy.
If it's true.
If it's true. If it's true.
All right. So, chat, you can also guess. I think.
Yes.
Damn, bitch, you good?
Have you not seen me sneeze before?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, Amelia
it's always
sneezes
like
in like clusters.
multiples of 4 to 8 usually. My max was like 23 once.
Dang. I sneeze pretty silently most of the time, actually. I just do like a little small
Yeah,
jerk.
I usually try to mute it, but then sometimes it like doesn't work and it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But I
So-
think I'm gonna go with. I feel like even
Yes.
though we've talked about Kool-Aid so often and
Yes.
you've never brought it up, I think
Yes.
I'm gonna go with what Tam Zekel is saying. I think it's gonna be story number 2 because I don't think it was Glee.
Okay.
I feel like you would have made more Glee content by now. If
Okay.
It was. Bored but interested
Okay.
went with story number 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, here's my thing.
Mhm.
I did pick up on that because we did have a relatively in-depth discussion about Kool-Aid, and you did not mention that you were allergic to
But
it.
if you guys do remember, I have said several times I do not eat candy.
Have you?
Yeah.
I have said several times I don't eat it.
Well then, damn, this
Don't
is the
recall.
first time I'm recalling it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I love
The second is
Also, I just want to say real quick, games like this are always so fun when you have bitches with ADHD because you're like, did I tell you this? Who knows? I don't know.
I have said several times that I don't eat candy.
good to know. Okay, so the other thing is, would Momo go geocaching?
You say this, but also Momo dated a British white man, so
For like a month. For a month.
But
For a month.
That was a period of your time of your life.
For a month.
TX. If you're just gaslighting your friends.
If you're just gaslighting your friends right now to win this game.
Honestly, I respect the hustle. I'm just like, okay, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, man.
Yeah. And then the Glee thing.
Okay, Tom Z Kai, yes, for a month,
He was
for
blonde.
a single month. He was blonde, but he lied to me and said he was a ginger, and I'm just like, I'm literally looking at you with my eyes. Why would you lie?
So you admit ginger is better?
No, I don't admit that. I do not admit that. I do not admit that. I do not admit that. I don't admit that. I do not admit that. Do not put words into my mouth immediately. I do not admit that.
I just want to say.
No, he wasn't.
But that makes it worse.
I mean, like, I think
British white
no.
man.
You know what? Let me tell the truth.
British white man that you didn't like.
Let me tell the truth. He was conventionally attractive. I did not find him attractive.
Okay.
Like, so yes, he was conventionally attractive. I was just not attracted to him.
Yes, I'm just saying.
Does that make sense?
That this period of your life could have.
Can we just guess which one's the lie?
No, sorry, no, yeah. Okay, I'm still thinking it's the Glee thing because something about that one just feels off. I don't even know if it's a Glee thing. I think it might be the way you reacted. I can imagine you being mortified, but I don't like. Yeah. I just don't think you would just be like. You would just freak out.
I feel like I feel like
I didn't freak out. I was just fucking humiliated. I was just like, yes, and then like, I just died inside. Okay, bored but interested. Like, leave me alone. I did nothing to you. I've done nothing to you.
I would like.
But lie.
I just feel like on principle, I don't want to vote for the same one, even if I know that's gonna be wrong.
Okay.
So
it's
I'm gonna pick the Kool-Aid one. I think he would have said it.
Okay.
All right, drum roll, please. Okay, the lie is the first one, the Kool-Aid one. I am not allergic to Kool-Aid. I am severely allergic to lemonade. So that whole story happened, but with lemonade. Yeah. I don't eat candy because I don't like the taste.
That's why yeah. Okay. I'm happy.
Damn.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes. Damn, I didn't see you as a Glee ass bitch. Who would've thought?
Yes. I was very, very into Glee. Like so much so that my password to my tablet was Glee is my life. So all of I am embarrassed. I am definitely embarrassed. That's why I was embarrassed telling the story.
TX brings up a good point. Candy is a whole genre of food. How do you just not like the taste?
I just don't
All
like
candy?
it.
Chocolate candy?
No, like chocolate is fine, but like the sweets, like Skittles and such. I didn't actually even have a candy bar until I was like in 8th grade.
Wild.
Like that was my first time having a candy bar, and it was Milky Way. And it was like pretty good, but I don't have a taste for it.
That should have been one of your stories. I didn't try a candy bar until the 8th grade.
I would have.
That's true. That's true.
Quick. I would have been like, "What the fuck do you mean?"
I've also never tried Taco
Bell. Momo has always said she doesn't like eating candy.
I've never tried Taco Bell, and I've also never had like most of the traditional candies people have had by now.
You're missing out on Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not like as a substitute for Mexican food, but just as its own experience, standalone.
Listen, the way they have a breakfast taco, like, that shit's some next level stuff. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, the Crunchwrap Supreme, those little Cinnabon delights.
Yeah. Oh, also the little
good.
cinnamon twist that's just fucking pasta.
Yeah.
Deep fried pasta, the things I learned from TikTok.
It was
Deep fried
iconic.
pasta.
Anyway, here's Fonz. And now it's my turn.
Oh my god, I love them
All right.
so much.
Hello. So, the first story we're going with today is that I was pantsed by the rain. So
I'm not gonna drink water for
Something's
this one.
telling me like it wasn't by the rain. It was like at a water park or something, and like
it was
the
not at
thing.
a water park, but it was at Ocean City. So, when I was a young boy graduating from high school, there was a like kind of like tri-state, two-state tradition that all people who graduated high school would go to senior week in Ocean City, which is like the first taste of
like
freedom.
Grad Bash.
Sure.
You guys keep saying words.
Yeah, I was like, all right. And so I went with my 3 friends, and we went into their like aunt's little, getaway, whatever, apartment, and we were hanging out. And then one day we were on the boardwalk, and it was a wild ride because we wanted to get henna, and the lady we wanted to get henna from, she was this like very all emo white lady, and we were like thinking of like designs to get, and she was like, yeah, because I was like, oh, I want to get a design to see like if I want this tattoo, and she was like, oh, I just got a new tattoo, and she showed us, and this is not important to the story, but I think this is a very important visual representation of what type of environment I was in. She had an eagle on her lower stomach, and the talons were going right to the opening of her kitty cat. And she showed us. So we saw real down low of this pale white woman with like black and green hair.
How old were you at this time? Like 17?
17 turning 18, because my birthday's in the summer. And it was like out on the boardwalk. So we got henna from her eventually, but we were just like, wow, this is
ma'am, ma'am, you didn't have to show us that.
It was just the line work too. So part of me wonders like how it got colored, but that's beside the point. And
You'll never know.
Yeah, and so one of the people we were with, their cousin worked at a different store, and so they wanted to go say hi, and we were like, cool, we're gonna go get burgers. So we went and got burgers, and as we're walking back, we like hear that the wind starts picking up, and we're like, what's happening? And then like someone got a call. It was Rachel, and they're like, oh, my dad just called. There's a tropical storm coming, and we're like, what? It's like it might pass through us, it might not, but like they're saying we're getting a tropical storm. And I was like, oh, word. How do we know that's happening? And it's like, well, when you look at the sky, it's green, and that's how you know like tornadoes and all that stuff's coming. And I was like, oh, cool. And we look out into the ocean because we're at Ocean City. It was like, it's fine, we're not worried. And the wind picks up more, and then Rachel goes, Parker, wrong way. And I was like, what do you mean? And we look to the left, and we see the green, and at that moment, I was like, fuck all you niggas, and I started, I was like, we gotta go, and they're like, no, we can't leave, we can't leave them, they're at the restaurant. I was like, I don't really care.
I don't really need to care about that right now.
We're every man for himself.
And so the wind starts picking up, and I'm like, okay, I can't have the fries and the burgers, and I really wanted the burgers, so I try to throw the fries away. I kind of like fling them, but the wind picked up, and they picked up the fries, took them across the beach, and smacked these volleyball players in the face. And I was like, not the time. I'm in my heart, I was like, that's awkward.
You just imagine you're just like having a good time playing volleyball, and you just like turn slightly to the left and just get met with a face full of fries.
They were boardwalk fries. They're probably really delicious.
Like just like not even like fresh fries, just like half eaten, a little bit stale because they've been sitting out. Like fries.
Listen, they were fresh enough. I was walking with the fries. Okay.
Fresh enough.
Fresh enough. I mean, what happens with the wind happens with the wind. And so we start going, and we're like, okay, we gotta pick up. And then it just starts torrential downpouring. And because it's a boardwalk, there's not like that many like inside buildings, so people are just lined up under the fucking awnings, and we're like, okay, we can't do this. And like my glasses are starting to get there, and I'm like trying to save these burgers, so I like put them under my shirt, and we're running, and they're like, okay, but what about like was Evie and her cousin. We're like, not my problem. It's like, we can't leave them behind. It's like, actually, we can. We gotta go. And so we're running down because we're like 4 or 5 blocks. And we finally go to the block that we turn in. And I'm like, starting to freak out, and I freak out more because I saw these other people running, and one of their friends just falls and face plants straight into on the boardwalk, and they kept running. And when I saw black people running and leaving a bitch behind, I was like,
that's horrible.
I was like, this is it. This is the end of times. In my brain, I was like, this is the end of days, actually.
Okay, I do need a little bit help with my geography here. Where the fuck is Ocean City?
Ocean City, Maryland is kind of like, what, near Delaware?
Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I totally know where Delaware is.
Yeah.
Definitely know
It's
where that is.
It's like right there.
Yeah, think about like the middle of the United States on the East Coast. That's basically the top.
Like close to Rhode Island, right?
This is...
But...
This
that
is
was a shot in the dark, honestly. That was a shot in the dark.
One day you will understand the map of the United States, but today's not that day.
Not today. I was like, I have no fucking idea where Delaware is. I know it's on the East Coast. Yeah. I don't know where it is.
It's fine. We're gonna move past that. So we're running, and like I'm trying to I am fighting for my life to keep these burgers and like trying to keep this bag together.
Yeah,
and
I like your dedication to the burger. You're like, this is the end time, the world is ending. I'm not about to do this without a burger.
I'm streaming right now on Blurred Roundtable on Twitch, so if you want to hear the other half of the conversation, just flip on over to Twitch, and you will actually hear what we're talking about. We are playing 2 Truths and a Lie, or 2 Story Times and a Lie.
Yes. And so...
Okay.
As that happens, and I'm like, and then we hear we get down a side street. We're getting closer to our house because we have to go down one side street, then another. And we hear from the distance, Parker, Rachel, and we turn. And apparently they cut through back alleys of restaurants and they caught up with us. So the whole gang was there. We didn't have to search for anyone.
Now you can get to safety.
Right? And we're running. I lose a flip-flop breaks.
That's fine.
Someone else's shoe breaks.
Sacrifice it.
I saw an iPhone floating down because it's starting to flood a little bit. So I see an iPhone in the case floating down the alleyway. And I'm just like, a bitch left the iPhone? Not only did people leave their friends behind, they left multiple $100s worth of technological equipment. And this is like the early 2010s, so this ain't some cheap shit. All right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. And we start running because we're like, we have to get there, we're getting soaked. I can barely see because it's torrential downpour on my glasses. It's not like a car. There was no windshield wipers. And I almost fall myself because out of nowhere, the rain soaked my pants so much that they fell down my legs. And I'm holding the burgers, and I'm like, my pants! I'm getting pants by the rain! And my friends...
I'm sorry for laughing because I'm sure this is very traumatizing.
It's fine.
No, it's funny.
And so,
it's really funny.
As I'm trying to protect these burgers, my friends are holding up my pants because I'm not wearing a bathing suit. I didn't plan to go to the beach, so it's like dead ash's underwear. So I was like, I can't be naked out in the streets. Now I'm a burlesque dancer, so I got over that. But they were literally holding my pants up as we're running to the house. We get to the house. The lights are off because power's cut off. I walk to the kitchen, and I pull out the burgers. And as I pull them out, the bag just breaks apart, and the burgers flop on. And we're like, no, the rain soaked through her clothes in the bag. I was like, no, it can't be. I opened it up. They wrapped it in wax paper, so the burgers were perfectly fine.
Beautiful.
And that's how I got pants by the rain.
I thought you were going to say your titties protected it from the rain.
No, my titties were slightly smaller then. There were only D's at that time.
Okay.
Yes. I've grown up since then. So that's story number 1.
That was eventful.
Thank you.
I'm just going to say that as a Floridian, first of all, we would have smelled the rain. Number 2, I've been stuck in the exact same type of rainstorm at Disney. Actually, not even Disney Springs. I'm not going to pay to go to Disney. And it's actually like, it's like I'm used to it, but like it's really scary what is happening.
Yeah, it was my first time. Like since then I've gone to like rainforests and experienced that weather before. But like as I was like, first of all, I had to cross like the 5th scariest bridge in the world or some shit to get here. because apparently the Maryland Bridge is like that scary because it's kind of wonky.
Is that one where it's like super super fucking long?
Yeah.
I've been on that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's and I was like, I don't want to die in Ocean City. Like, I'm sorry. There's some places I don't want to go.
It's fair.
Ah.
Like, I see why that would be very scary.
TX, maybe one day that will be a game. Maybe you'll be a guest that day on that game.
Yes.
All right, so story number 2.
The one white person.
The one white person. We get one.
One a year.
One a year.
What a
One
year.
a calendar year.
One a calendar year. So the second story is how me and my roommate, Toby, drunkenly, accidentally adopted our cat. Not my cat, Toby's cat.
Like current roommate?
Soon to be current. They took a break from being my roommate.
Okay.
So now they're coming back, filling the quota.
Okay.
So, the way Burlington is set up is that it's basically a hill that leads down to Lake Champlain. So basically, if you ever visit, one of the reasons a beautiful tourist town is that you can, like, whenever you're driving, if you look one way, usually you can see down straight to the lake and across to the Adirondacks, and the other way you just see more mountains and green stuff, and there are no billboards in the state of Vermont.
Yes. And this all makes so much sense to me because I am really good at geography.
That's fine. But yeah, so there are no billboards in the state of Vermont. I just wanted to say that. More sprinkling and pretty shit. So.
I wonder how many states don't have billboards, because I only know Vermont and Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii doesn't have billboards? That makes sense.
No, it's like a danger because of winds and shit.
Yeah, no, I think something about us just being like, fuck that advertising shit, fuck capitalism, just enough. Just enough.
We don't play that here in Oklahoma.
Yeah. But back to the story. So, Toby and I used to be a little bit more reckless in our youth, okay? There may have been a time I tried to recreate Four Loko, almost unalived both of us, and I astral projected while watching the live-action Scooby-Doo. But that's not part of this story time, but that's just kind of how reckless we were. And I was going through a breakup, I was just trying to process things. So we would go to this bar that was literally called Drink. It was downtown, right across City Hall Park, and we would get drunk at Drink. Then we would go to the hotel nearby because I would need to use the bathroom. And for some reason, I never thought to go to the bathroom at the bar. I just was like, no. I would just
No, it's probably a safer thing. I can't imagine it was clean.
It was a pretty nice place, but I would go to the Hilton Garden Inn at night, and I would just walk in, go in, do my business, and if I needed some period products, I would take some because they had them out there for free in a nice little gift basket. So, and then we would go down to the waterfront, be emo boys down at the waterfront, go up, get KKDs, and walk home. And so that's what we're doing, right? And I'm drunk, Toby's drunk. I kept snacks in my bag this time because I was like, let's have snacks at the waterfront while we were drunk. Toby had a Corpse Reviver too, so we were sitting pretty. And then we're walking back. We're walking back up. We're walking along this street, Pine Street, and there's a lot of cars going on. It's like one of the more major roads, It's not super late because I am an old bed. I usually go to bed between 10 o'clock and 10:30. So we're walking and we're stowing, and then we see this we see something in the thing and we're like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? And we see it's a cat. It's a little kitten. It's a small little cat. And we're like, aw. And the thing is about this cat is it's walking along the sidewalk in front of us. We're like, oh, we're kind of following the kitty home. And only when a car starts coming does the cat seem to think, I think I should cross the road now. And we're like, buddy, wait, buddy. Oh, buddy, no. And
Such a good life.
Yeah, and so Toby and I just go up and be like, no, buddy, no. And we would kind of get the cat's attention. It would look at us and start walking back on the sidewalk. We're like, okay, cool. That's fine. And it would just keep repeating. We're just
that cat had a death wish.
That cat literally would only try to cross the street when there was a car nearby. And we're like, buddy, please. Buddy, what are you doing? What is happening?
Maybe he was scared of the dark.
And so
scared of the dark, so it wanted to see the light.
Yes.
No, when the cars move by, they have headlights. It's like, oh hey, I can see the other side of the street now. Let's go.
Yeah, listen, bored but interested. I do have a BFA in creative media. One of my main focuses was creative writing, so this is my domain. And so we're just like, okay. And so we have to go to this kerfuffle of getting this cat because Toby, the wonderful, beautiful person that they are, is just like, we can't leave this cat to their own devices. This cat is too stupid to be out in the wild. And I'm like, correct, but also I do not have the hand-eye coordination sober to catch a cat. So I don't know what the fuck you think we're gonna do now. So we have to go in and we're like, buddy, please stop being, buddy, oh, buddy. And as you can see, I'm saying, oh, buddy, so much for a reason. Because when we finally get that cat, we named it Buddy because it was so impactful. And at some point, we thought that cat was like wrecking us saying, buddy, please. So we're like, how stupid do you have to be that the pittiness? It's like that one episode of How I Met Your Mother when they're like, oh, honey.
Yeah.
And so that's how Buddy got his name. And Buddy was Toby's cat because Toby was the good Samaritan who was like, we're saving this stupid cat from itself.
Is Buddy still with us, or Buddy has passed on?
Buddy has passed on from...
Oh, no.
But not from painful things, from, like, just being, like, natural causes.
Okay.
It wasn't...
R.I.P. Buddy.
Yeah, Buddy got taken...
Could have died way earlier if it wasn't for Ohio.
Could have died...
Way earlier.
How long did Buddy live?
Way earlier.
Several years. So Buddy lived with Toby, then Toby moved away, and I moved to Scotland, and Buddy was with... So it's... Toby has a better timeline because I am bad at math. I'm like,
True.
Since at least 2016 to
All
at
right.
least 2018.
All right.
So that's story number 2.
And story number 3.
Number 3 is my first memory.
Oh, that's sweet. Go ahead.
So my first memory is me and my dad, like this, all right? My dad and I, best buddies. Started since I came out. Buddy was like, actually, I've lived a full life. So I would hang out with my dad a lot. My dad was like really great caretaker, father, whatever.
That must have been nice.
Yeah, it was kind of nice, yeah. I got a great dad. Mom, dad, yeah. So my dad trusted to take care of me because I was his precious firstborn. Himself, his mother, right under his dog Rodney, a Rottweiler, and then probably my own mother. That's how much he loved Rodney, not saying that he didn't love my mother. That's just like how I would go. That's where it is. And so when I was a wee babe, my dad would take us to Shoppers to get lunch, and then we would go to a park. And so my dad, trusting Rodney, this beautiful Rottweiler, to watch over me, he would just like let us chill out in the park together. And so I'm running around with Rodney, and then I see a little wabbit. And I'm like,
oh no! Oh no! I know where this is going.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No animals were harmed in the making of my stories.
Oh, awesome! Thank God. I was like, oh Jesus
That would
Christ,
have been
no.
so funny.
Like your earliest memory was just a Rottweiler just completely
Mauling
mauling
a
a rabbit.
Rodney was a gentle giant, especially because I was a wee lad and I was able to walk. Rodney walked me. Let's keep it real at that age, and people would just be like, "Why is this?"
Rodney was being kind and letting you pretend like you were.
Yeah, and then Rodney was like, "This bitch needs to think that they're the boss. They're not the boss." And so I decided I'm gonna run after this rabbit. I'm gonna chase this rabbit. I'm gonna get this rabbit. Like that's my new. But apparently rabbits are motherfucking track stars.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was barely in control of my legs. So I'm chasing up this rabbit in a straight line, and then the rabbit hooks it left. And I, as a toddler, with very little motor control, did not hook it left. Maybe I veered slightly left. Did not hook it left. And the reason the rabbit hooked it left, ladies and gentlemen, is because there was a ditch. And so I fell into the ditch. I fell into a ditch filled with mud. And Rodney, a smart dog, a smart man, did not fall into the ditch. And just walked up to me and was like...
It's like what we learned.
It's just like, pulls me out of the mud. I lose a shoe and takes me back to my dad, who's just like...
Like, what happened?
What'd y'all do? Because I'm dirty. Rodney is dirty by proxy because I'm like holding on to him. Because I'm just like, I fell in a ditch, dude. I don't even know what ditches are. And Rodney's just like...
the ground
I
moved.
love
Like,
that.
I don't
I don't know
know.
what to tell you. I'm a dog. And so my dad just like takes me and Rodney. We go in the car, and I'm like, Rodney's like next to me, and just like cuddling me, and I'm just like and my dad's like, this kid's so muddy. So he pulls into this random driveway, and he doesn't see any cars in the driveway. So he's like, this is fine, and he goes out and he like gets a hose.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm just gonna hose down my kid because this is ridiculous. And then as he starts to get ready to hose me down, a guy, like an old white guy, comes out, and he's just like, what in the
Oh.
actual fuck? And my
Oh.
dad's just like, basically like, this is my child. Look at my child. And the guy looks at the child, looks at my dad, and he's like, I get it. And he goes back inside. So I get hosed down by in this random white guy's front yard. And then my dad takes me home, and I'm just cuddling with Rodney. And we definitely went to the park after that. I don't think I ever chased rabbits after that. But that's my first memory. And you guys might be like, what? That's too much detail for a first memory. I actually remember this because I talked to my dad about it, and he was like, you remembered that? You're too small to remember that. I was like, it's my first one. And I think it was because it's so fucking funny that I fell in a ditch.
Yeah. That's really funny.
I was like, Dad, I
Core memory unlocked.
Core memory.
And I was like, I remember you talking
Do
to this
not chase
random.
rabbits.
He was like, you were talking to this random white guy who was just, he was just like, and my dad's like, yeah, that's.
Because you were covered in mud.
Yeah, like, and that's story number 3.
Nice. I kind of want all of those to be true. I would just prefer if all of them were true.
Yeah.
I'm rewriting the canon of your life.
Okay.
They're all.
Yeah.
What was
fix
the first
it,
one
fix.
again? I forgot.
The first one was Pants by the Rain.
Yes.
Pants by the Rain. That one I feel like it did happen, but not to you. Like it might have been someone in your group that was Pants by the Rain. The second one was you and Toby and the cat.
Mm-hmm.
The third one was your core memory. I would feel very hurt if you did lie to us about your first memory. So that one is going to be true. I say the first one did happen, but not to you. And if it's the second one, that did happen, but the cat's name was not Buddy. It was like Honey or something. But I do think it was the first one.
I like how you just decided to take 2. You're like, I'm going by the law of most chance. You're just like,
I say the first one was false.
okay. Amelia?
Yeah.
I think the second one was false. I don't have any reasoning. I don't know, something about the vibes of the story. I don't believe it.
Okay.
It's entirely plausible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you did a lot of those things. I do believe that you almost died trying to make Four Loko.
I do
But-
believe that part too.
Oh, yeah. No, that wasn't even
At
part of
some
the
point.
story. I was just
I
trying
know.
to give you a context clues for my life.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
my
I'm gonna go with
recklessness of
number
my
2.
youth.
I like to think you wouldn't lie about your first memory.
I would feel very hurt if you lied about your first memory.
I wouldn't feel hurt, but I would just think that would be a low blow.
That's
I do think
Playing
that
on
as
the
well.
Nostalgia. So come on, break our hearts.
All right. Do I get a drum roll or not?
Yeah. I thought maybe you'll need it.
Number 2 is the lie. Bored but
Oh,
interested was correct.
Okay.
I did make the Four Loko. We did go to drink a lot. I would pee at the hotel. We would. All of that was true, except I wasn't the one with Toby getting Buddy. It was actually my ex, and they did it during the day, so it was even more stupid that this cat in broad daylight would just try and walk into the street.
Okay. Oh, so I see what you did. You put 2 stories together and
Yes.
one
Yeah.
happened with.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes.
That was tricky. You thought really hard about these.
I didn't. I pulled. I really picked the vibes.
Okay.
I was just like,
For those of you that don't know, and that would be all of you, Amelia and I actually messed up before stream, and we thought it was just 3 straight story times. So all of our stories were originally true, and then we had to think of one false one.
I don't
Yeah.
understand. It's giving very much hands on my knees, shaking my ass on the shit.
We were. We did.
It's because I have several good stories.
That's
to choose
true.
From,
That's
and I was
the
just thinking
thing.
of all of the good stories. I was gonna say I met the guy who plays John Diggle on Arrow because he's dating my cousin.
Oh, cool. Oh my God. You should have said that.
And then another one I had was I once hiked 8 miles in the Ozarks in Chacos because when I walked to the trailhead, the soles of both of my hiking boots ripped off of the of the bottom of the shoe,
Oh,
and so I
my
had to switch
God.
to my Chacos.
Wild. All right. Well,
Oof.
guys, first of all, I just want to say, Momo was like, Two Truths and a Lie isn't going to take our typical hour.
It did. It did. I'm
did.
surprised. I'm really surprised,
Yes.
though.
But we do actually have a second round. Kinda.
All right.
Okay. Is this the riddle part of Riddles and Lies?
Yes, we're doing it.
Oh, okay.
We're
I did not
doing
know we were
riddles.
doing this. Okay.
So, as you guys know, we're starting to expand Blurred Roundtable.
That is true.
We're going to start streaming twice a week in September.
We are.
And it's going to be game
That's the
night
riddle.
and then other stuff. I'm in charge of game night, so obviously I already forgot what the other stuff is. Just kidding. It's a weekly nerd roundup on Saturdays. But, so to start this off, we're starting to have like games. And that means that each time we'll try to get a winner. And then at the end of the month, we'll have a big game for whoever wins, and there will be a prize. And currently, we've had games several times during stream. Amelia has won one. Moma has won one. They each have a point. This week's game is riddles. So basically, they're going to be a riddle. You guys are going to try and figure it out.
Okay.
Whoever figures out the most riddles gets the most right. You get a point for the game.
And
then
we're gonna
The horse's name was Friday.
What?
I said the horse's name was Friday.
The horse's name was Friday. It's not one of the riddles, but... And guys, you will see the riddles too, because I had the foresight, and I made them into little things. You guys can guess the riddles too.
Nice.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna blow it up because I do have an auditory processing disorder, so it's kind of hard for me to remember what you're saying if I can't read the words.
Well,
there we go.
So yeah. Never was. I am always to be. No one ever saw me, nor ever will. And yet I give confidence to all who live and breathe on this terrestrial ball. What am I?
Audacity.
I'm gonna lock that in. Amelia,
I don't know. I'm not locking it in. I'm thinking still.
Never.
I give confidence to all.
So you guys are currently tied. So this will kind of set someone up for next week's final in the basically a monthly tournament.
Who lives?
The future?
Amelia is correct.
Oh, cool.
1 point to Amelia. So, yeah. Some of these
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Some
thank
of
you.
them are supposed to be you, and guys, I should clarify. You each get 2 guesses. You can
we do?
You get 2 guesses.
I did not know that.
And after 2 guesses each, if neither of you get it, then I will reveal it.
Okay.
And a point will go to chat. And if chat wins at the end of the thing, they'll get something. I don't know what. I'll figure it out. But chat, you have stakes too. On them failing. You have stakes in them failing, which I think is always fun. A woman shoots her husband. Then she holds him underwater for 5 minutes. Next, she
took a
hangs.
picture.
Yeah, it's a photograph developing.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. I told you some of these were easy. So Momo wins that one. 1 point each.
Okay, wait, so should I... Okay, because I have a question.
Yes.
Because I knew that was a photograph, but should I, like...
If you think...
Oh, is this like actually rules where we're allowed to interrupt you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, like
You're allowed to interrupt me.
Okay.
What are the next 3 letters in this combination? OTTFFSS.
Are we allowed to ask questions or no?
Chat, should they be able to ask questions? Honestly, TX, that's so fair. My anxiety was like, I guess that's a riddle.
I feel like Amelia, should we team up for this one?
Yeah, okay.
I feel like this is like an anagram type thing. Is that like what the word is? That's like
Yeah, like each letter
like
stands
LGBT
for...
something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be like either a common saying or like song lyrics or something.
Oh, like DP, ST, Kovasu, Temple 5, that's my thought.
No. I mean like
ZX,
if it was like
Just have a
That's
tick.
not fun.
Do I do
Like, you know how like on TikTok they have all those things and
Mhm.
it's like a string of words and it's like
Yeah.
like
OTTFSS.
Okay, I will allow. Since you're teaming up, you get one
Mhm.
clue.
Okay.
okay.
You may ask for a clue.
Yeah, I'd like the clue.
Okay.
The clue is it is adjacent to the type of game Momo said we were never allowed to play on stream. Or she would cry.
Is this fucking math?
It's adjacent to math.
Yeah, I was thinking it might be. Oh!
So it's geometry.
E-N-T.
That is correct. 0.
That's so dumb.
2.
I don't get
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's just the first letter of each number.
8, 9,
1,
and
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are splitting a point, so no one's in the lead since you teamed up
Fair.
like nerds.
Teamwork
It's
makes the dream work.
teamwork.
Did teamwork really help you there?
Complete the heart, Amelia. I don't know if this is.
No,
I'm in the center, but
I mean, it's the other way. Just kidding. It's the other.
No, mine's the right way.
Oh, it's mine. The right. Oh,
Yeah.
yay!
you guys.
It's around you, hi-ho.
I made the wrong button. That's on me.
Ah,
I couldn't handle the love.
Intermission. Why are we on intermission? What we
That
do?
was me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I hit the wrong button. Continue
Okay.
on being math adjacent.
It has 2 syllables.
Yes. Point to
Oh,
Amelia.
cool. I was just like, why would you do this to me?
said
Like,
no
why would you
math.
do this to me?
You
This
said no
this
math.
was math though.
This was math adjacent.
This was.
You added
Grammar.
nothing. You added nothing together.
This has made me think of numbers, and I really think that was on purpose.
That part was, yeah. My life is measured in hours. I serve you by expiring. I'm quick when I am thin. I'm slow when I am fat. The wind is my enemy.
Is this like water or something?
What am I?
Candle.
That is correct.
Okay.
Wow,
Wait, how do
Momo.
you measure life at the candle in hours?
Because you buy candles and it tells you by how many hours they burn.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, also,
I
like,
didn't know that.
they used to use candles to measure time, too.
Mhm.
And also, candles burn usually for, like, on the scale of hours.
Yep.
I did
right.
not know that. I thought they just did. It just
They
was
just
on
burned.
fire.
You're just
It
like,
just burnt.
it burns till it's gone. I mean, that is a correct understanding. All right, so that was number. Here we go. Next riddle. A man pushes his car to a hotel and tells the owner he's bankrupt. Why?
Pushes? I'm thinking he got a divorce. It's been a rough time.
She
Pushes.
took everything from him. Took everything.
And tells the owner he's bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
This economy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe he was related to the hotel owner.
Mm.
Or he lived there. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the hotel owner was his past stuff.
Oh!
Oh?
It's Monopoly.
Yes. You know what?
Ah.
TX, I would have also accepted that Elon Musk
Elon
failed
Musk
Tesla.
failed Tesla.
Honorary point to TX. You can redeem it whenever you come on stream on a game night. That's a rule I just made up, just for you.
I'm just giving him like this really tragic backstory. Like he
I
just got out of
know.
this like divorce, and like his like cousin is the hotel owner.
I was like, oh, tell me more. Tell me more. A man is looking at a photograph of someone. His friends ask who it is. The man replies, brothers and sisters, I have none. But that man's father is my
It's
father's
his kid.
son. Who was in the photograph?
The guy himself?
The guy's kid.
It's it's his kid.
Okay.
I've looked at a lot of riddles in my day.
I have not looked at a lot of
When
riddles.
I was a kid, I used to just go on riddles websites and look at brain teasers because of who I am as a person.
Oh
Listen,
no, when I was in 5th grade, my teacher used to pit us against each other and like do these like riddle things. It was honestly like one of the worst memories I've had of elementary school. So
Alright.
this is
That's
not bringing
neat.
back great memories, but it's still fun.
We all know the count. Amelia's really in the lead. So
Yeah.
to do that, Momo, if you get this next riddle before Amelia, you'll win. Just keep it spicy.
I feel like this is always being done to me. I would like to
Stop
say.
being so good at things that I won't have to nerf your ass. What the
Oh
fuck?
God.
What is
This is
special?
just like elementary school all over again.
Yeah, that's what the games are, because I keep it spicy.
Yeah.
You are my Ryan Bergara. I am the professor. What is special about these words? Job, polish, and herb.
There was no T in them.
That is correct, but also
Oh,
incorrect.
seriously?
That
Oh.
is-
It's like what?
You get one more guess. If you look at chat, you're homophobic.
You can pronounce them both two ways.
I mean, they are pronounced differently as proper nouns.
Yeah, Joe Polish herb. Herb.
That's fair. That is the answer. TX sniped the point. Because I can't tell if you guys lied or not. So TX,
Because I know
did no
Polish.
such lying.
listen, we will
But
go
you can
on.
give it to TX. That's
TX.
And
fair.
Herb, okay, we can give it to TX.
TX came
But
through.
Herb, I remember Herb was a character in, whatchamacallit, Junie B. Jones, when she's in 1st grade.
I just know words.
I just
Be good.
listen. All I just remember is,
I have also never heard the word Job, so I don't
It's
know.
a Bible name.
or as we,
Oh, I am
as-
not religious.
or as more
Yeah, it's a
people
guy
may
God
know.
loved so much he fucked over his entire life and murdered his family.
Or we can just go
Interesting.
in the cultural zeitgeist. I don't care for Job. For
That's
the
spelled
rest-
with a G though.
It's still like same. In
Gob?
my-
Yeah. George, like George something Bluth. That's his
Yeah.
initials. So I called him Job.
Yes.
I love all of my children equally. Hours earlier. I don't care
Care
for
for
Job.
Job. Well, as the points are, Momo got 1.5.
Yeah.
TX came in honorary second place. 2 points. Just came in to make sure Momo lost significantly.
Wait, how did
Yeah.
TX get 2 points? Was this
'Cause-
worth 2 points?
No, TX
No,
got a
they got
point
one earlier.
for
Oh, I
Elon-
did not know that.
Elon
I
Musk
forgot.
failed Tesla.
Oh yeah.
Got them a point, and then they actually answered the riddle and got
I
the
mean-
second one. It's the job. So
Okay,
I
also-
want to say that 2 of these were math, and I had specifically said I would not do math on
they are
stream.
math adjacent.
So I got them wrong because I refuse to do math on stream.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
wanna-
doing it.
That's fair.
They
You
wanna
can
save
still keep the point, but knowing that you won 2 points in this one time, you will
Yeah.
get honorary second place because you just
This
came
is
through.
I
just
mean,
like when they let that white girl win the learn cosplaying con competition.
Yeah, I gave them an inch, they take a mile. I don't know what to tell you.
in
That's just-
protest, I refuse to get any math problems. I don't do them. I'm not
I also
participating.
just wanted to comment because Board But Interested commented on my Job summary, short and to the point. I want to say, so I went to Christian school my whole life, and like we used to have in Spirit Week, there was a Bible Bowl competition that was like an academic, like a trivia bowl, but just about Bible knowledge, and I cleaned up.
Oh, we
Everyone-
know you
because
did. We
when
know
I-
you did.
Because when I skipped a grade, like people wanted to know which year's team I would be on.
Oh,
because
come
I was
on.
like, I think to this day, the reason why I know so many Bible verses and why I know so much shit about the Bible is specifically to win those competitions.
Petition to get Amelia on the Bible edition of Actually.
Oh my god. Please. Literally.
Like the Bible episode.
I understand we literally had 2 truths and a lie less than 15 minutes ago, but I feel like this is when I learned so much about Amelia. I think this is the moment in which I was like, damn, what backstory, what flavor text? True.
I mean, like, eventually we have to do a, like, who knows each other best, or who knows the cast the best out of the 3 of us.
Momo can tell you, though, my life is literally written by a team of writers in the most weird, mundane way. Like, I am just some sort of, like, teen, like, not even a drama. I'm like a side character on a teen drama. Oh, like, I'm not even the main character, but, like, weird shit
I do think Amelia's the main character, and if we ever do, like, the, like, who knows each other the best episode, like, first of all, I'm cleaning up because I am, like, really good at friendship. If we were Captain Planet, I would be Heart. And I know that's, like, not the coolest ability, but...
Did Momo just call us bad friends?
I know I'm really good at friendship.
I'm not gonna speak for you, Hi-Ho, but I'm gonna speak for me. I'm not like a bad friend, but I would completely agree with the statement that I'm not good at friendship. I don't remember shit about anyone, like, ever. What? I tried.
I don't know.
I remember everything about everyone.
Hi-Ho. I think you're a good friend. I think Momo's a good friend. I'm saying Momo's statement applies to me.
That's fair. I think because Momo is so high and mighty in this moment, and Amelia says that they are the main character, next week's game is going to be all about me. As the games are, we are going to have a Newlyweds game about me.
It's gonna be who knows Hi-Ho the best.
I'm gonna lose. I don't know shit about anyone.
I'm good at friendship. This is made for me.
Bobo, do you want to bet a point for double? Is that how confident you're gonna win?
Actually, yeah, I'm actually very good at friendship.
Okay, so
I do want to bet.
So currently, Amelia has 2 points.
Yeah.
Momo
I'm willing to double my points. I'm gonna do like daily double cash cab style because I'm very confident.
Did I get a point for 2 truths and a lie? Was that a competition?
Yes. So you're 2 points.
Gotcha.
TX has 1 point for later. Momo has 1 point and is betting. Betting it all.
Yeah.
For double points. And the way double points work. Aw, thank you. And then, or is that a bot? I think it's a bot.
I think it's a bot.
I'm gonna block it. Just give me a sec.
Yeah. And then, so basically,
it was framed like to be such a nice compliment too.
And then
that was sneaky.
That was sneaky. They're evolving. And so basically, since you bet, if you win, you win the month. You get the monthly prize.
Okay. I mean, I do have a monthly prize from beating Chino.
Yes.
At the first game night.
Yes.
So.
Yes. But this is a better prize. And then, if you lose, you will get 1 point deducted next month.
So I will just have -1 point.
You have -1 point. So you have a little bit more catching up to do.
I mean, I believe in myself.
All right. So guys, you guys saw it. That's what's happening. The prize will be revealed next week. Now, good luck to you both.
Yeah.
You both. It's kind of nice because you both hit me in weird ways where I want both of you to fail. So I also want both of you to equally succeed. There's not going to be really any favor to one or the other. Chat, you can pick who you think is going to win, and then chat will get a point. And when points get up, when you guys get 5 points total as a chat, we will do a little giveaway, which is a bunch of holographic stickers for my shop. So stay invested. Come back. See what happens.
Okay. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. See who knows me the best. Newlywed style. Who can be my husband?
I've already lost.
Damn, you don't want to marry me, bitch?
Not that I don't want to marry you, that I'm not going to win the game. Oh my god, we've been over this. I don't know shit.
this is gonna be fun for me. Have a great night, guys. Bye.